The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside of the Chatham Memorial Arena here in Chatham. It is game day for the Rockets as they hit the road here to Chatham to take on the Maroons. Noah Smith and Eldon Dunseith here to call the action for you. A quick turnaround after the win last night on home ice over the LaSalle Vipers, and the Rockets, Eldon, looking to make it 3 straight wins.
At their age, I might have found this turnaround a little quick after last night, but they had a big win last night and looking to make it 2 in a row here against the Maroons.
Strathroy a little bit late getting here. We are told they had some bus problems on their way up the 401 to Chatham, and this game now getting underway at 3:45, the scheduled start time. That is our delay on getting onto the broadcast and why this game will be getting underway a little bit later than usual. But for the Rockets, Eldon, good news coming with this is that it's going to be a very similar lineup, exactly the same lineup, really, that they sent out last night. The only difference is going to be the starting goaltender tonight. Chaz Nixon and Matthew Brazeau both out of the lineup tonight for Strathroy. They're going to be using a call-up tonight as well and starting Tyler Buck in his second start for the Rockets here.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, they played probably the best game I've seen them play all season long. Last night against LaSalle, a couple of empty netters put the game away. But there's no reason to change the lineup. The effort was great. The energy was great. And we talked a lot about it last night, the special teams. So, and continuity helps that.
Both teams get it ready here as we are waiting the teams to enter the ice here. The starting goaltender for the Chatham Maroons, Nolan DeConing, will get to start here. This is our first time seeing him start in goal for the Chatham Maroons. Of course, a familiar face around the GOJHL with the Sarnia Legionnaires, but our first time seeing him here since the trade to Chatham. Will be interesting to see how he fits in here with his newish club.
Absolutely. The Maroons have, along with the Rockets, played the most games in the Western Conference. So the stats in terms of the standings are a little bit misleading, but they currently sit in third in the Western Conference, but they're going to have to maintain because the teams ahead of them have played fewer games, and so have the teams behind them.
Just 2 games going on in the Western Conference today. It's Strathroy in Chatham, and then Sarnia is in Leamington to take on the Flyers. That game was 2-1 for Leamington after 2 periods of play. This game, of course, getting underway a little bit later than usual at 3:45. As mentioned, the Rockets, a similar lineup as yesterday. Out of the lineup today, Dylan Dundas, Matthew Pimentel, Ty Johnson, and Jacob Habib. And it's going to be Tyler Richardson, the Petrolia Junior C goaltender, getting the backup today of Tyler Buck, who is the starter for Strathroy. And he's probably hoping that he doesn't have to get into the game today, but we'll have to wait and see here as Tyler Buck will get to start. We talked about it last night when we were on the air for the game against LaSalle. A busy stretch of games here for the Rockets, who have been rotating through the goaltenders of Nixon, Brazeau, and Buck. Buck gets to start today here, and don't be surprised if he'll get another one in the next 3 or 4 games.
Well, they do, and after today, they've got 10 games to go, and all 3 goaltenders are going to see time, short of an injury. I would imagine all 3 are going to see time, and things have to go pretty badly this afternoon for the Rockets for Tyler Richardson to get into the game, whether that be on the scoreboard or something happening to Tyler Buck. So you're right. I'm sure he would like to, put on the proverbial ball cap and towel and just sit and watch the game from the bench and hope for the best for the Rockets this afternoon.
The Rockets have had some success this season against the Chatham Maroons, most of that success coming on home ice. This is just their second trip of the year to Chatham, still another one to come in March, but this is a building that has historically been tough for the Rockets to come into. You look back, their last win coming back in the first game of 2019, their first road game here in Chatham. They got the win in overtime, and since then it's been a lot of tough games and a tough Chatham team that, once again, like you said, has kind of moved their way up to 3rd place in the Western Conference here. Some would say a little sneakily.
Absolutely. You don't think of them, or at least I do, over the past year or 2, as kind of that middle of the pack conference team, right? Like they can on any given night they can sneak up and beat a London or a Leamington, and it doesn't really surprise anyone. But then the next night they might go out and lose to St. Thomas or Sarnia or Strathroy, and that does kind of catch people by surprise. So between Dobrik and DeKoning, they've got a good tandem in goal. And as usual, I expect nothing less than a tough contest here this afternoon for Strathroy.
Team's getting ready to take to the ice here as we get set for the puck drop in Chatham. Last night for Strathroy on home ice against the LaSalle Vipers, we saw the season debut of Jacob Cucci for Strathroy, a guy that immediately impressed us with his presence in the lineup, and we're looking forward to him. I think he's probably my player to watch in the game today for Strathroy.
He certainly was not shy, and as that game, you could tell he kind of took a bit to get his feet under him, but by late in the second period, he was engaged physically, verbally with LaSalle. There was some back and forth, and then in the third period, it just kept going. I think maybe we saw the true Jacob Cucci in that third period, and I expect to see more of that today.
We'll now take it down to ice level here for the national anthems, and the puck drop to follow here from Chatham. So the anthem complete and ready for hockey here in Chatham on a Sunday afternoon. A good crowd here at the Chatham Memorial Arena as always as we get you set for hockey. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseat to call the action as the Rockets hit the road here to Chatham to take on the third place Chatham Maroons as the season comes to a close here down to the final month of the regular season. Games mean a little bit more here in the months of February and March.
Well, I say it every season. Games in September and October, every 2 points counts just the same. So you'd like to get a good start to the season. But that being said, you're right. When it gets down to crunch time, the last dozen or so games of a season, and you're battling for positioning, or in the case of the Rockets, battling for a playoff spot, you have to expect a more engaged club at this point in the season.
It's the line of Perry, Elliston, and Belaz to start things here for Strathroy's right off the face-off. The Maroons are going to bring it inside the Rocket zone, up to the point, looking for a shot on. That one's going to be blocked, and now it's going to be a foot race for it coming back the other way. Whaley's going to win that race against Brandon Ballas, and now it's going to be chipped in off a stick, gloved out of the air by Tyler Buck, and we'll get our first stoppage just 20 seconds into this hockey game.
And just the second start for the Rockets, as you said. Tyler Buck acquired from Stratford in a trade for
Jonathan Kilby.
Yes,
went the other way.
Kilby. Yes, it took me a second there. So looking forward to see what Tyler has to bring to the club here in the final stretch of the season.
Right off the draw, it's going to be cleared off the boards and out. Carson Perry will pick it up. He's got Elliston on his left side. Drop pass, looking, shot on. That one's just going to miss the glove side of DeKoning. Bounce off the boards, picked up by Simons. His clearing attempt knocked away. Now Belaz, Perry looking, shot on, and DeKoning makes a save, and he'll cover up there as Perry goes hard into the official in the corner here. He's a little slow to get up.
Oh, it's because he's got a player underneath him.
Oh, it was Colin Whaley right underneath him.
Yeah. The three of them went down. I only saw Perry and the official. Hamlin's got a big smile on his face. Whaley, not as much as he goes to the Chatham bench.
Face-off off to the left is DeKoning here inside the Chatham zone. Dumped off the face-off there. Faulkner there to pick up the puck. A shot on goes off a stick and into the corner. Spence looking to clear. Gets it off the boards and past Glinski out. Sculthorpe will dump it in off the boards, and now he'll chase inside the Strathroy zone. Trying to run him up against the wall there. Rimmed around the boards, right up against it, trying to hold on. The Rockets will get possessions up to the blue line, kept in once again by Spence as he dumps it back behind the Strathroy net. Now Owen Kindry tied up here inside the Strathroy zone, trying to get the puck loose. They will. Gets it over to the boards, and now the puck will come over to the left side here as the Rockets will break their way out from their own zone. Getting center, flipping that one up into the zone is Nelson. Coochie down low to chase. Got Faulkner with him as well, and that pass comes out front. Now Spence hands it up. Sculthorpe on the left side. Breaks in across the blue line, but a hit will jar the puck loose, and the Rockets will get it back inside their own zone. Long pass. It's Coochie. Comes in across the line, and he fires a wrister about 2 feet over top of the net. Bounces back out front. Another chance there. Breaking through was Nelson, and that one knocked away. Parnuzzi breaks into the offensive zone. Pass out to the slot. Knocked away, and now picked up right at center. Nelson tries to shovel that one forward. Clark gets it back here. Now the Maroons trying to turn up ice. Coming through center. Nice move, but it's taken away just at the boards there and all the way back inside the Chatham zone. Clark to center. He'll dump it in. Rockets looking for a change here, but inside their own zone now for Ryan Marshall. Off the boards, gets it up. And now the Rockets will carry it up through center and out as that's dumped in by Hogarth. Quick pace here as we continue on, just over 2 minutes into this opening period of play. Now coming in across on the left side. Wide into the corner, looking forward is Brown. Brown lost it. In there to help him out, loses it. Around the boards, Clark going to pinch against the wall here. Not able to hold it in as it's brought out through center ice. Picked off Dittmer. Quick pass, left side again. Walking in, firing that one in is Wells, and now it's back inside the Strathroy zone here. Rockets now, their turn to move it up ice. Pass into the skates there. Now over, left side. Hewitt shot on into Koning. Easily will glove that one down to get the whistle.
Hogarth charging the net there. DeConing not letting that rebound out with a catch here. Face-off will be to his right. Good back and forth start in the first 3 minutes. Couple shots each way.
Face off to DeConing's right off the draw, comes up to the blue line. Kindry looking for a shot. It's going to be blocked right into the pads there of Gervais. Cleared out of the blue line here. Piercy gets it back for Strathroy. Over to Spezial. His pass now looking left side. Comes back and he tried to get that one over to Piercy. He was knocked off his stick. Zabo now right on Spezial. Spezial to the point. Kindry looking shot on. Gets through the Koning. Oh, and it just missed the net. Now trying to bang it in from the side. There was Piercy. Couldn't find the back of the net. And cleared down the ice by Wells. No icing.
DeConing caught a break there. He didn't catch it, and it rolled behind him after it popped over his head and rolled just wide of the right post. That close to a 1-0 lead for the Rockets.
Spence now back inside of the Chatham zone. Hands it off to Whaley on the left side. Whaley gets speed, hands it off. Simons, nice chip pass at the boards, but he couldn't get it past the defender in Hall there. And now it's Spence back at the Chatham blue line. He's tripped up there by Gallant, and there's going to be a penalty on the way here as Fancy had possession of it, lost it, and gets it back to Spence inside the Chatham zone. Chatham now with the net empty. Gallant tried to touch that one down, loses his stick as Glinski picks it up. Quick pass up right side. Now finally fanning on it there as he came across the line. And the penalty will come. Gallant right to the box, and Chatham to the early power play here with 15:54 to go in period number 1.
Not what I would call the most energetic penalty I've ever seen. I thought actually he got away with a slash at first. But when he put the stick on body again, down he went, and the call was made. 2 minutes for tripping for Hogarth. And 4:06 in. The Rockets are already a man short.
One up to the point here for the Maroons. It's Whaley now. Off the boards and down low. Now back up to him across the line. Return pass left side. Looking for a shot. Through. Scores. Looks like it was Dylan Glinski on the power play, and the Maroons have the early 1-0 lead.
Well, that took 12 seconds. Little puck moving around. D to D. Shot toward the goal. May have been a tip in, as you said, Glinski, when they're leading the handshake line. Early 1-0 lead for the Maroons.
The power play strikes first here for Chatham, and they have that 1-0 lead. Now trying to break it inside the Strathroy zone. Back behind the net, now breaks out front. Right side and picked up, looking for a long pass. That one just out of the reach, chipped forward, and it will be dumped in off to the right of DeConing. Zabo tries to slow things down here, gets a quick pass up to Cameron Welch at center, hands it off right side, but the Maroons are offside on the play. Not the way the Rockets wanted to start this hockey game.
No, nice job by Whaley, just drifting the puck toward the net. Saw that last night on a power play goal by Balaz. Tip in front of the net.
Puck out of his net to play this one, rims it around the boards, picked up by the Maroons. And the pass destined to go right up through center. Dittmer was the intended recipient, knocked away from him, and now the Rockets just about offside there. Dittmer will pick it up, and now he'll put on the Jets and bring it up through center. Past a couple of defensemen, now into the left corner inside the Strathroy zone. Still holding on to it here back behind the net. Centering pass is going to go off the skates there, and the Rockets will pick it up and clear out through center. Now Kochi with it. Nice move. Tries to cut to the net here, just out of his reach there. Rebound picked up to DeConing across with the pad save.
Wow, what a stop.
Faulkner to the point for Laszlo. Laszlo just trying to shovel it down low. It'll be Clark to pick it up here for the Maroons. He'll get to the blue line, get to center. And wide on the right side now. Toe drag knocked away from him. Rockets will get the puck back behind their own net. Two Rockets there to try and pick it up. Kindry leaves it back behind the net. Now it's bounce pass off the back of the net. Now flipped up in the air. Right past Barnuzzi and back to Bacic over inside the Chatham blue line. Dumped off the stick now, and they'll chase inside the Strathroy zone. On the right side here, Johnson throws it off the boards, kept in at the blue line, works it down low, left side, now to the net, bounces around, and it goes off to the opposite corner. Maroons with some big possession numbers here inside the Strathroy zone. Early pass to the slot, looking for a shot through the middle there, and two bodies go flying, but now the Rockets will pick it up off the boards and work their way back up ice. Johnson tries to leave it there. Brown picked it up. His nice pass comes through the middle, off the stick there, working into the offensive zone. Cameron Graham leaves it up to the point. Zabo now looking out to the slot, backhand on goal. Buck makes the save, rebound on. He's across to cover that one up, sliding from right to left to make the save.
Nice stop by Buck. DeConing just earlier on there. Great hustle by Kochi. Kind of got a bit of a chance in front as he charged toward the net, but left to right, diving pad save by DeConing on the rebound, or it would have been a 1-1 game. Goaltenders coming up big at both ends here.
DeConing probably one of a handful of guys in the Western Conference that can indefinitely steal a game for you as a goaltender. Seen flashes of it in Sarnia, and he's already got a nice save under his belt tonight. One back, and now Whaley will hand that off. Zabo right side, tipped in at center, and the Maroons will chase inside the Strathroy zone. There to pick it up. Trying to come back the other way. Spezial, nice move out, and it was knocked off the stick. Barnes up, Gallant just past him. Piercy in to try and help him out. Unable to pick the puck up, Gallant again, and it'll be dumped past the Rockets' defense and back inside the Strathroy zone. Buck leaves it there, knocked away from the Rockets' defenseman, and now Chatham trying to tie it up in the corner. Outlet pass comes through center. Now carrying it across the Chatham blue line. On the left side, Clark plays the body on Gallant, gets the puck back. Spezial there to try and intercept. He takes a hit against the wall, and the puck will come loose as it's picked up by Warren Clark here on the near left corner. Quick pass out. Miller gains center, and he'll dump it in right on goal for Buck, who's going to glove it down, cover up, and get the whistle. 12-12 to go here in the first.
Well, that power play goal went right to the legs of the Chatham Maroons. They've spent the lion's share of the time since then, apart from the great save DeConing made on the one rush. Most of the rest of the play has been in Tyler Buck's end of the rink.
And the faceoff is off to his right. Picked up in the slot, looking for a nice shot on. Buck makes the save, rebound, and he's going to have to cover up there before the Maroons could pick it up. That was Fancy with the shot. Rockets had some good possession time to start the hockey game, but as you mentioned, the penalty and the quick power play goal is giving the Maroons all the momentum here. There's a shot on from Whaley at the point, gloved down by Buck again.
Whaley does a nice job of that, making sure that the puck gets through and on goal. Hope for a rebound or a tip in. Unfortunately for Whaley on that time, the puck was 4 feet off the ice and an easy catch for Tyler Buck.
Face off inside of the Strathroy zone. One off by the Maroons into the corner now. Looking for a pass and chipped up. Gets past Whaley and now brought up by Elliston. Elliston pass. Perry backhand on to Koning with a save. Another stop there by DeKoning. Keeps it a 1-0 game here. Fancy now across the line. Looks for a pass to the middle. Couldn't knock that one away, and it'll be sent down the ice here off to the right of DeKoning, and an icing against Strathroy.
Oh, one and done chance there, but a nice pass. Elliston to Perry, and Perry on the backhand. And nice to see a little bit of that, and it seems that these guys, the higher skill guys, aren't afraid to go on the backhand and take a chance. But DeKoning held his ground to keep the game at 1-0.
Face off far end of the ice here inside the Strathroy zone. Pass up to the point for Whaley. Whaley looking for a shot through traffic. That one goes wide. Cleared up and off the boards and out. Will it have enough for icing? No, it's waved off as Whaley picks it up behind the Chatham net, and now he's going to turn on the Jets, work it up forward to center. Pass over to Zabo on the left side. Tried to kick that one back to his stick here as the Rockets were able to get it out to center. That's as far as they would get it here as the Maroons dump it right back in. Clearing attempt off a stick and out of play just inside the Strathroy blue line.
And that was off a Maroon, so the face-off will come outside, right in front of the Rockets penalty box outside their zone.
Just shy of 9 minutes into this opening period. Chatham with the early 1-0 lead on the power play goal by Glinski. To Marshall in the corner. He's going to rim that one around the boards. Rockets just looking to clear out to the middle of the ice. Bouncing puck knocked down by Dittmer. There to try and pick it up again. Is a big hit coming across the blue line there. Hull sets down his man. Noah Nelson now through the logo at center. He'll get to the blue line and he'll dump it in. First one to get there is Warren Clark. Spins, fires it around the boards. Now pass, looking down low for Cucci. Holds, spins, looks to go to the net there, right on the stick of Glinski. Glinski up to the blue line to center. Stick handles, loses it, but the Maroons will get it back as they'll work their way inside the Strathroy zone. Now a turnover. Comes back up ice onto the stick of Cucci. Cucci walks, still holds onto it, looks, pass to the net, no one there to pick it up. Trying to find Faulkner towards the net there, but it bounces, and the Maroons will come back the other way. Sculthorpe. Couple of stick handles there, loses the puck, tried to get it back. Kindry off the boards and out as it comes all the way back to the Chatham blue line. Just at that halfway mark here of this first period. Long pass off a stick and inside the Strathroy zone. Laszlo's back to get it, shovels it over to the right side. It will be played off the boards and out and played all the way once again back to the Chatham zone. Long pass chipped in off the stick there of Graham, and now the Maroons will chase. Graham against the wall, stops the clearing attempt. Getting it right back here are the Rockets. Hogarth up through the middle of the ice there, and Kane Johnson couldn't get it any further as Spence will pick it up on the pass from Bacic. Now back to the defender, gets to center, tries to dump it in, and now in there to help him out is Graham. Over to the far right side. It's Brown looking up and tipped away from his stick. Kept in at the line by Spence. Picked up in the slot, looking for a shot to the net. Pad save, rebound coming across. Buck another save, looking out front. Buck scrambles back into the crease there as the puck comes up to the point. Shot through, that one goes to the corner. Rockets just looking to clear as that one's chipped past the defender and down the ice here. No icing.
Buck had absolutely no idea where that puck was when that placed after he made the original save, and he's lucky it didn't end up in the net after that.
Chip past, trying to go chase that one down at center, and it's all the way back into the Chatham zone here. Left side boards, played up to the blue line. Point shot on, that one might have been tipped on its way by Hogarth, went over top of the shoulder of DeKoning. Now coming back behind the Chatham net, trying to work that one up. Plays up to the blue line and gets past Smith. Smith will just trip it right back to Parnuzzi. Now Whaley will carry the puck in himself. Takes it wide on the right side. Into the corner, now back behind the net. Looks for a wraparound chance out front. Puck's loose out front. Finally knocked away up to the point where it's dumped right back in by Miller, but it's going to go off the glass and out of play.
Good catch by you. Hogarth, I believe, did deflect that puck, went off the shaft of his stick before going over the net and over the shoulder of DeKoning. they're going to need more chances like that. They've been a little one and done here in the first period. They get one good chance and the puck's gone the other way.
You would think by looking at some quality scoring chances that the Rockets have had their offensive chances in the first, and they have. They've had about 3 good scoring chances, but like you said, then it goes back the other way, and they'll spend a good 2 or 3 minutes in their own zone. To center, this one's knocked away. Once again, carrying it in, looking for a shot. Wells on, and it's stopped by Buck, who will cover up.
It's hard to tell. I mean, DeKoning hasn't been busy, but I mean, he's already made one 10-bell save and had a couple of really good opportunities that have gone, well, the tip that rolled past the post as well. So he's had a bit of good fortune, but he's earned it.
Chatham up 1-0 here right off the draw. One back behind the net here for Simons. Had that one knocked away from him. All poked up, kept in at the point again. Now out into the slot, looking for a chance. Simons knocked away again. Picked up by Perry, and Perry will come back the other way. Quickly off to the left side. Elliston tries to go back to Perry, and that one knocked away off his stick behind the Chatham net. Zabo over to Whaley, just out of the reach of the Chatham defender. Perry will bring it out to the slot, had it knocked off his stick. And it's picked up by the captain, who will circle out front of the Chatham net. Welch over to the right side, then once again knocked away from him. Balaz will pick it up, looks to the middle of the ice there, and knocked off the stick of Michael Elliston all the way back to Laszlo. Just inside of the Strathroy blue line, pass up to Balaz, and he'll dump it in on a backhand. 7:05 to go here in the first. Back behind the net, Elliston looked for a pass out front to Perry, knocked away. Now Welch, a quick pass up to center, up to Simons just inside the line. Now looking, another one-time chance, scores! The Maroons go quickly back the other way, and a pass out front. Quick shot beats Buck, and it's 2-0.
One missed assignment is all it takes. The pass came out. Shooter, right-hand shot, puck on a pillow, and he was easy. Yeah, Zabo was right there. He just one-timed the pass as it came out front. Tyler Buck really, he would have had to make an amazing save to stop that. He couldn't. And with 6:53 to go in the first, it's 2-0 Chatham.
That was Zabo jumping up in the rush for Chatham to give them a 2-0 lead now. Now looking to the net, knocked down, arm up, and a penalty on the way here. As Glinski right on Faulkner out front of the net, and the official all over that one. Strathroy to the power play.
Yeah, Zabo, you mentioned he's coming out of the clouds there. He's a defenseman, but he's alone in front for the one-timer. But now the Rockets will get an opportunity on the power play to get right back into this game. They scored 2 power play goals last night, so we'll see if the success last night carries over into this afternoon.
And it would be a good time for one here, as if Faulkner is going to get tossed out of the draw from the far linesman there. Second power play unit on here to start this first power play of the game for Strathroy. It's going to be tipped off a stick and over top of Smith out at the blue line. Fancy trying to chase that one down, and now getting it back is Faulkner. Fancy right on in there. Faulkner's going to escape danger. Shovels it over to Cucci on the right side. He'll circle back just inside the Strathroy blue line. Couple of moves at center, lost it, and Zabo, will dump it all the way back down into the Strathroy zone.
I'd like to see the second unit get the puck in and try and hit some bodies on the like little dump and chase. The skills on the other lines. So
carrying that one in, dumping it around the boards is Cole Smith. Over to the left side. That one's going to get past everyone and picked up by Simons. Now Simons a move to get past Hull. Wide on the left side, holds on to the puck here. Now looks out front, shot on. That one's stopped by Buck again. Good shorthanded chance there for the Maroons. Stopped by Buck.
Big time save by Buck there. A 3-0 goal there would really, deflate the Rockets.
55 seconds to go here in the man advantage, and it's going to be a turnover down low. Grudner looking off to Simons on the right side, trying to pin that one against the wall down low. As the Rockets look to escape their own zone, it's Perry coming through the middle, turned over, looking for a chance out front, and finally the Rockets will get it back, but not before, once again, it's shoveled back in down low by Cunningham. Perry now from the corner for Strathroy, trying to bring this one up ice. See if they can get their first shot on goal on this power play. Nelson now down to a knee, gets it up to the point for Kindry. Kindry down low for Perry. Now to Nelson. Spins up to the point. Kindry Elliston right side. Elliston to the slot. Perry. Balaz tries to tip that one on. Rebound stopped by DeKoning again as DeKoning covers up and makes the save. A couple of them there on rebounds.
Yeah, if there had only been a little bit more on that redirect, it might have gone through DeKoning's legs, but great save by DeKoning, and Ballas was too close at the end. Unfortunately for him, he was in too tight to be able to get the puck up and over DeKoning. And only 11 seconds remain here on the power play.
From the corner, it's Carson Perry up to the point for Elliston. Now Kindry. Balaz getting pressured here as they work the puck around the perimeter. Elliston fans on the shot, and Welch will send that one back down to the Strathroy zone here, and that does it for the power play. Nelson now chipping it back to Kindry. Once again inside the Strathroy zone. 4.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Fanning on that dump and pass was Kindry. Maroons will get it back as Welch dumps that one in. 2 Maroons right on him behind the net here as the pass comes through the middle. Tipped up by Balaz. Holding on to it. Nice play is Clark. Zabo, and now they're just inside the line looking for Simons on the left side. Poked away, and here come the Rockets back up through center. Cutting wide left side, rimmed around the boards, didn't have many other options. Nelson now with it. Tries to cut it through Hogarth. It'll come right out front of DeKoning. And with nobody there, he'll just cover that one up and get the whistle.
Yeah, Ballas was the last one to change from the previous shift. But that next line out here, Nelson, they didn't get really much of a chance except the fact that they were able to get a little bit of zone time moving it around, which they have not had much of here in the first period.
Face off to the left of Nolan DeKoning. It's one back by the Maroons. Dittmer tried to shovel that one up to the blue line. Kept in now Hewitt battling up against the wall. They'll get picked up. Now Brown up to center, just out of the reach there. Holding onto it, carrying it across Clark on the right side into the corner. Lost it now, pinned up against the wall here, is trying to tie that one up and bring it out as Brown. Looking for a chance, that shot just wide. At the line, kept in. Once again, holding onto it down low. Up to the point. Another shot through. That one off is taken into the corner here as the Maroons getting some offensive zone time. Puck comes out to the slot, and now it's going to be up onto the stick of Hewitt. Hewitt through center. Will get across the line there before he's taken down. Maroons get the puck right back here. Now it's inside of the Strathroy zone. Going into the corner to get it Parnuzzi, just out of the reach of him. Up to the blue line. Brown up against the wall here, trying to get this puck back. Spence walks across the blue line. Now he hands it off. Brown fans on the shot on the left-hand stick there. Picked up, and Strathroy still can't clear past the blue line. Bajic now looking, shot off a shin pad into the corner. Picked up again here. Graham down low. Graham tries to get puck back in the slot, fired a shot on, and that one stays out of the net. Up to the point again for Bajic. Right side, Spence, return pass. Lots of traffic up front, works it into the corner, now will spin back. Got Brown at the point, he goes to Spence on the far right side. Shot to the net, that one's going to miss. Lots of time here for the Maroons here, and the offensive chances come with it. Getting to center here and dumping that one past is Hewitt, but quickly turning that one back over. It'll be Spezial back to the Strathroy zone. 2 minutes to go here in period number 1. The clearing attempt goes off the glass and out. Zambo there to pick it up, and the Maroons will get it up to the Strathroy blue line. That's as far as they'll get it, as the Rockets will dump it right back in off the stick of Spezial. Here's Spence. Nice pass, but it only gets to the blue line. Dumped right back in. Around the board, Spezial there to get it. Got Gallant down low. Gallant out front. Good chance for Piercy. Couldn't get a shot off as it got past DeKoning, and it'll be cleared out by Miller back into the Strathroy zone. Now turned over. Up to Gallant at the blue line here. Drops it, takes a hit, plays it to Piercy. Piercy looks, spins, fires that one wide of the pad of DeKoning. Up to the point again. Nice play by Laszlo. Glove down by Zabo. He'll work it out. Zabo, quick lead pass, and now he'll work it in. Back to Zabo out front, and he got it a little tied up there, taken down to the ice. No call, and it'll be dumped all the way back to the Chatham zone. Here's Whaley with it. We'll spin back. Final minute here of the opening period of play. It's Whaley through center. And that puck picked off his stick by Perry. Getting it right back and firing it into the Strathroy zone. Kindry now off the boards. Chipped by Balaz into the corner. Back behind the net here for Dittmer. Trying to get that one past Elliston. Elliston now in the corner. 2 Maroons on him, tying him up there. Tries to get the puck back. Now Balaz plays the body in the corner. Perry down low, takes a high hit in the corner. And the Maroons will get it back up at Simons through center, 20 seconds to go. Tries to speed up as the chip passed against Marshall. Comes over far left side onto the stick of Perry. Perry back down low for Kendry. Gets away from danger. Passes it up. Flipped up through center, and quick check at the clock for Balaz, but he won't even bother chasing it down into the corner. The horn will go. And period number 1 comes to an end here with a 2-0 Chatham lead.
Chatham is full value for the 2-0 lead here in the first period. Some big saves by DeKoning on the rare chances that the Rockets did get. But a power play goal early. Only took them 12 seconds into that early power play to get the first goal. And then Noah Zabo, the defenseman, made himself part of a 2-on-1. One time to shot past Buck, and it's 2-0 Maroons here after 1.
So it's a 2-0 Chatham lead. As mentioned, the scoring summary in that opening period, it was Dylan Glinsky, his 22nd of the season on the power play, 4:18 into the first period. Colin Whaley and Lucas Fancy picking up the assists. And then just about 9 minutes later, Noah Zabo jumping up into the rush. Fancy and Simons picking up the assists on that one to make it 2-0. The shots on goal after 1 period of play favor the Chatham Maroons 13-8. But more importantly, Eldon, they have a 2-0 lead here after 20 minutes.
Yeah, maybe some bus legs here for the Rockets. Running in a little bit late. Game started late because of it. And Chatham was definitely spending a lot more time in the Rockets' end than the other way around. So we'll see if the break in the first intermission will help the Rockets get their legs going for the second.
2-0 Chatham leads here after 1 period of play at the Memorial Arena. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break for the first intermission. Period number 2 coming up here. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, the first period complete here as we welcome you back inside of the Chatham Memorial Arena. It's a 2-0 lead here for the hometown Chatham Maroons. 2 goals, 1 power play goal, and then another goal about 9 minutes later from Zabo to make it 2-0, and that's where we sit here after 20 minutes of play. Held in that opening period, the Rockets possibly with a little bit of bus legs after getting in here late, some bus issues this morning and getting here to Chatham, and we'll see if this second period, after a little bit of a rest, you got 20 minutes under your belt here, we'll see how they come out here in period number 2.
Well, I mean, I get it. We're all creatures of habit, and athletes even more so. So when your pregame routine gets upset, sometimes it takes a little bit to get going. So we're back in now. They've played a period. Intermission's the same length. So now they'll come out for the second, and here's hoping they'll be able to shake that off and put forth a bit of a better effort.
Got off to a pretty decent start, it looked like. Some good chances for Strathroy, but as you mentioned when it happened, the penalty by Gallant there, the tripping call, and then the really quick power play goal, they didn't look the same after that in the first period. It looked like they just felt almost defeated after going down 1-0. And I think a key here for the second period is to have a good quick start. Go out there in the first couple of shifts, get some scoring chances, make some hits, and get yourself feeling like you're back in this game.
100%. And neither one of those goals, in my opinion, were on Tyler Buck. But I'll still say, if he comes up with a big save at some point early on in this period, even if the Rockets don't score, something like that, a big save or an early goal could really get them moving.
On the out-of-town scoreboard here in the Western Conference today, there was only one other game. Sarnia was in Leamington to take on the Flyers. Flyers emerged victorious 3-1 over Sarnia. So the good news for Strathroy is that no matter the outcome here today, they're not going to lose ground in that 8th place position. Sarnia is not going to gain any ground on them. But a big 2 points here still on the line if they can work their way back into this hockey game and distance themselves even more from that Sarnia club.
Well, they have an 8-point lead. I mean, geez, it doesn't seem like that long ago they were only 1 point ahead of them, and now they've really stretched it out. That win last week against Sarnia was really helpful, obviously. 2 points that Sarnia didn't get that we did. And, yeah, to come out of here no worse than they came in, at some point you're just knocking games off the schedule as well, making it harder for Sarnia to catch up. It's up to them to catch Strathroy. But
Strathroy is doing their best here. I mean, you look back at the Tuesday win over Kamoka and then kind of stretching that out here. I believe they've won 4 of their last 5 here. So Strathroy kind of is moving themselves up in the standings a little bit here. They're going to finish 7th or 8th. They're not going to move up any further than that, but you want to make sure that you're not falling down to 9th.
100%.
Set and ready here for period number 2 from Chatham as both teams are ready to go here. Hogarth at center, wins the faceoff off to the left side. Marshall will try to play that one forward. Now the Maroons will get it, step inside the blue line. Coming to the net here, nice cut, looks for a pass out front. That one bounces away off to the left side of Buck, and now the Rockets will pick it up as Hewitt carries to center, and he'll dump it in. Back behind the net to Koning there to play it. Rims around the boards, gets it up to his forward there, and a nice play to bring it through center, but then just out of the reach all the way back to the Strathroy zone for Marshall. Marshall back behind the net with 2 Maroons on him there, trying to get that puck loose. Turns it over, looking out front, trying to get a shot off there. It was Graham unable to pick it up here as Hewitt will bring it past the Strathroy blue line. Once again to center, hands it off to the left side. Hogarth offside on the play here. 41 seconds in to period number 2.
Break here down low in front of us. Ryan Marshall with a no-look back pass into his own corner from behind the net, and the only guy standing there was one of the Maroons. Early on, that's the sort of thing you can't have happen when you're trying to fight back into a game, turning it over in your own end blindly.
Face off, now back to the Chatham zone, trying to bring that one up past center, just out of the reach of Tage Gallant, and now the Maroons trying to chip that one past that center, comes back to Carson Perry, long lead pass onto the stick of Balaz, but bounces right off the tape there, and That'll be dumped down the ice off a stick at center. No icing here as Laszlo's back to pick it up behind the Strathroy goal. Over to Belaz on the right side. Now tries to bring it back over to Michael Elliston. Elliston has it chipped off his stick just inside the blue line. Trying to hold the line there is Laszlo. He does for a brief second there before it's cleared out by the Captain Welch. And back to the Strathroy blue line for Kindry. Kindry off the boards. Now Perry trying to pick it up to the middle of the ice there. Elliston couldn't hold on to it. Kept in. Now trying to go to the slot. Knocked away again. Trying to get that puck back. Here, cutting to the net. They're looking for a chance on and taken down going to the net. No call here as it's cleared down the ice on what will look to be icing here against the Maroons.
Yeah, it was the slowest developing, 20-foot breakaway I think I've ever seen. But, yeah, I mean, we're at the wrong end of the rink, but I might have thought that looked like a trip going in, but obviously the referee felt differently.
Face-off off to the left of DeConing here inside of the Chatham zone. One back and then flipped high into the air, and this one will find its way out of play off the netting on the left side there.
We were talking before the game about pucks and puck usage here, and with the mesh, it kind of blew my mind to learn today that the Chatham Maroons only have 50 game pucks for the season for a 24-game home schedule. How rare is it that it actually ends up in the stands, right?
The netting surrounding the entire playing surface here at Chatham Memorial Arena.
And when it goes in the bench, they just throw it back on the ice. So even then, you don't lose it. So yeah, it just kind of blew my mind. Didn't seem like very many pucks.
Another offensive zone face-off here for Strathroy. Just under 2 minutes elapsed here in the second period, and now it's going to be the Maroons coming back out the other way offensively. Cutting to the net there. Nice poke off the stick of Cunningham. Nelson will try to turn it up ice. Gets to center and then has that one stripped away from him. Back to the red line here. Picking it up now. Looking for a nice pass. Barnes over to the left side. Nelson back to the middle, just out of the reach of Faulkner. Down low. Pass by Dittmer over to the right side. There to try and pick it up again. Another shot on goal. Stopped by DeConing. Held on to back behind the net here as Warren Clark will pick it up and cycle it back down low. Linsky off the wall. Barnes to try and pick it off at the line. Kept in. Taken down. Arm comes up here. Penalty on the way to the Maroons as it's touched up. It'll be a tripping call, and Strathroy will head back to the power play.
Yeah, Briar Dittmer, that one was a trip. As many times I used to hear it as an official, but I was going for the puck. But what you got was his feet. And now another power play opportunity for the Rockets here. Face-off will be to the left of Nolan DeConing. Down at the far end of the ice. Chance for the Rockets to pull back within one.
Big chance here to start the second period. As it's now up to the point here for Strathroy. On the left side, trying to chase that one down is Kindry. Played up against the wall here. That first power play unit out there for Strathroy to start the man advantage. Perry up to the point for Kindry. Settles it down here on his forehand, left side of the ice. Back down low for Carson Perry. Up to the point. Ellison couldn't hold on to the pass on his backhand there, and the Rockets have to retreat back to their own zone. Now pass knocked down at the line and dumped right back in here. Is already 30 seconds off the clock here on the man advantage. Elliston right out front of Buck there inside the Strathroy zone. Quick pass over to the right side, out of the reach of Perry, and now back the other way. Here come the Maroons. Just inside, knocked away by Kindry. Trying to pick that one up again. Couldn't hold on to it. It was Zebu, who's already got one goal tonight. Passes it over left side. Just steps inside the blue line, bounces it off the boards, and it's going to be turned over and sent down the length of the ice.
Thought maybe this time with the number one unit starting the power play as opposed to what happened last time, there might be a bit of a difference, but they've spent too much time on their own end for a team on the power play.
Hall hands it off. Elliston left side takes a big hit right out front of the benches, but he's able to get it down low. Back behind the Chatham net here as the Rockets try to maintain possession. To the point, walking down low and now handing it off. At the line, looking for a shot through traffic. It's into the shin pads there, and quickly back the other way. Short-handed come the Maroons. Cutting to the net, looking for a shot on. Just missing the side of the goal. Tried to go blocker side on Buck, and it bounces all the way back out to center. Faulkner now tries to work it past, holds onto it into the corner. Looked up to the point for Cucci, and it's going to be past Cucci at the line. No, he holds onto it just inside, and now he'll bring it out. Ran out of room and real estate there along the line is Welch with a hit on Cucci. Surrenders the puck, time will tick off the clock, and the Maroons have killed off another big penalty here. At the line, Captain Kane Johnson now works it into the corner. On his backhand, back behind the net here. 2 Maroons, and now a third on him, trying to get the puck loose. Looking off to his left is DeConing here as they battle to try and get this puck away, and now finally they do. Carrying, bouncing it off the glass, and just sneaks its way back to the Chatham zone, holding onto it, looking for a shot through. That one well wide of the net. Is lining up on that one was Faulkner. Now Spence with it from the corner. Here's Spence getting some speed past his own blue line, now through center. Spence into the offensive zone, tried to cut to the net there, had it knocked away by Laszlo. Now bouncing off the wall, just getting away. Spezial throws it off the boards and out into the corner. No icing here. Down low to try and get it back here for Strathroy. Spezial in the corner now. Piercy comes in to try and help him out, and Spence will carry it forward. Long pass over left side, looking for a shot on Buck. Struggles to hold it in his glove. There up to the point again. Point shot on. Buck kicks it off to the right side. Arm comes up here. Penalty on the way. And I believe it's going to be a slashing call, and Chatham back to the power play.
Looks like Owen Kindry is the perpetrator. Once again, as we noticed probably for the first half of the season, the Rockets really struggle on the power play against teams that have an aggressive penalty kill. And on that penalty kill, the Maroons were all over the Rockets and spent just as much time in the offensive zone as they did in the defense.
And now Chatham's turn here on the man advantage. Getting the puck away from Hall in the corner. Parnuzzi takes a big hit, gets it over Graham now. Up to Parnuzzi again. He's at the top of the circle. Pass over right side. Clark now hands it off to Spence. Spence off to the right side. Pass going to be intercepted here and then sent down the length of the ice. Bouncing puck on DeConing, who has to glove it down. 30 seconds already off the Chatham power play here. 13:45 to go in period number 2. Pass over, and now Whaley comes in here, but it's Clark offside on the play, and this will draw a crowd out front of the goal.
Marshall's lucky he probably didn't take a slashing call here. The last thing he should be doing is putting a glove in the face of Clark. Marshall had a very strong game last night, one of several players who played exceptionally well in the win over LaSalle. Very strong defensive presence in the third period, especially when the game for a few minutes late got to be in doubt.
Face-off just outside the Strathroy blue line. It's won back by Welch as he hands it off to Whaley just inside the Chatham zone. Whaley up through the middle of the ice, knocked down, and slow to his feet there was Hewitt as he got upended by Whaley. Carrying it in right side now. Fancy stops up, looks up to the point. Whaley with it, hands it off to Fancy again. Fancy looking, shot on, that one over top of the net. Tried to go high on the blocker side of Buck. Back behind the net, here's Welch, up to the point again for Fancy. Back down low, it's the captain Welch. They're looking for options as the Maroons work around the perimeter. Now over to Whaley, keeps it inside the blue line, handing it off, pass, Fancy, right side, Fancy to the middle, scores! Power play goal, Cameron Simons, it's 3-0 Chatham.
Nice feed out to the front of the net. Simons just kept his stick on the ice. He didn't even move it. It just redirected into the net, past Buck. Second power play goal of the game for the Maroons, and it's now 3-0.
Chatham already a pair of power play goals in this hockey game. They've opened up their lead to 3-0. 3 minutes shy of the halfway mark of this hockey game. Now Gallant will work it forward the other way. Gets it past the defender, but then runs out of room. The Maroons will get the puck back as they'll get ready to work it up ice. Turned over and back into the Chatham zone for DeConing. Off onto the right side, and now picking up some speed comes Spence from his own zone. Passes it over left side. Spinning is Brown. Brown looking back to the middle of the ice for Spence. Spence just inside the blue line, back down low. Laszlo picks the puck up, gets it up to Piercy. Piercy still can't clear, poking it out to the slot, and then Kindry will pick it up back behind the Strathroy net. to the point, and now blown down. A penalty on the way here, and it's going to go to Spence. A cross-checking call. Kind of behind the play.
Yeah. The official up high in the neutral zone making the call. Spence heading to the box without any argument there. Face-off will be to the right of DeKoning at the far end of the rink here.
So Strathroy, a chance on the power play here to see if they can get anything going. And it's going to be dumped down right away by the Maroons penalty kill unit. Strathroy already 0 for 2 on the power play tonight.
Can't take that amount of time. Very aggressive penalty killing by Chatham.
Has been all season long, and the Rockets have struggled all season long against the Chatham power play, and now they're offside entering the Maroon zone here.
Leamington is another squad that does that as well. But just in that last sequence, there were 2 Maroons below the bottom of the circle in the offensive zone, just hunting the puck. And Kindry took a little too long behind the net and almost turned it over.
To center, Piercy has Glinsky all over him against the wall there as he tries to get the puck loose. Rockets struggling to get possession here as it's back to Zabo and now held onto as it's dumped in back inside the Strathroy zone. 40 seconds gone off the power play already for the Rockets here. Kindry, Elliston, and over to Piercy now. Piercy will bring it inside across the blue line. Stays onside into the corner now, trying to get that puck back. Held onto, up to the point for Kindry. Back down low. Balaz hands it off to Perry. Perry, Kindry at the point. Thought about shooting it, holds on to it. Elliston now, just inside the blue line. Now to Perry. Kindry, left side, looking out front. Batted away and sent down the ice. Couldn't even get a shot off. Quick play by Buck, gets it up ice, and the Rockets in the middle of a change offside on the play.
Yeah, the door is inside. Well, one of the doors inside the zone. 43 seconds left on this power play, and as you said, they haven't had a shot yet.
It'll be dumped in here by the Maroons. Buck will play it back behind the Strathroy net. Now Hull turns it over, looking for a chance out front there was Fancy. Gucci losing an edge there as he came through the middle of the ice. Kept in, now Hogarth wide. On the right side, looks for a pass up to the point. Gucci looking, right side, left side for Smith. His pass up to Gucci, tipped off a stick, and all the way back to the Strathroy zone. Just a dozen seconds to go here in the man advantage. Long pass by Hull. No icing on the play here as DeKoning has it back behind the Chatham net. Played off the boards. Whaley gets it up to the blue line, not out. Kept in by Smith, back down low. Now Johnson, he's pinned against the wall. Big hit there. A little bit slow to get up. Is in a heap, looking for a pass out front there. Kuchar couldn't hold on to it. Sculthorpe now, quick pass over. Right side, Whaley carries it in. He's going to go wide. Now Whaley tries to cut to the net. Couldn't get the backhand off, and in the process takes out Buck here. And no, that's going to be waved off right away. It was a wraparound chance, but Whaley had pushed Buck about 2 feet outside of the crease on the play.
Whaley was all over him. Nothing worth a penalty, but the incidental contact preventing him from being able to make any sort of play. The wraparound, one of the better, quicker wraparounds I've seen, unfortunately. It's not going to count. Whaley disagreed.
Whaley putting up a fight at the side of the goal as if he did nothing wrong, but like you said, nothing that was going to get a call on the play, but certainly something that will stop a goal.
He was directed into the crease, but he wasn't held to stay there, and he didn't leave.
Off the draw, picked up and dumped in by Zabo, back behind the Strathroy net. Back to even strength now after a successful kill by Chatham. Back there, Elliston, Marshall, and now Marshall over to the right side for Laszlo. Off the boards, Perry had to dodge a hit there as he had a Maroon coming on him fast. Now into the corner once again with it. Zabo looking out front, and another save there by Buck. It was Lucas Fancy right on the doorstep.
Yeah, down on one knee. Made a nice play there, actually, just to get the shot off, but Buck made a nice save.
Strathroy, after the power play goes the wayside now. They were 0 for 8 on the game back at the West Middlesex Memorial Center against Chatham a couple weeks ago on the power play. They're 0 for 3 to start the hockey game tonight.
They really do struggle against the aggressive penalty-killing teams.
Around the boards, up to the point here, it's Clark, and the net is off behind Tyler Buck, so we'll get a whistle.
Something I don't think we saw once last night at home, actually, now that I think about it. Usually the one at the east end of the rink comes off 2 or 3 times a game, but not last night.
Sculthorpe now hands it off. Clark coming in, looking for a pass, knocked away from the defender by Cucci. Now he'll chase him down, gets the puck at the blue line. Now a long lead pass, trying to spring his man all the way down the ice, chasing it down in the corner. Now shoveled to net, poked away, picked up, coming out the other side, Cunningham. Cunningham, nice move, works it behind the net, now comes away. Cunningham to Sculthorpe. Clark just going to have to put it into the corner there as he ran out of room, looking for a pass out front. That one knocked away by Kendry, and now Nelson will carry it through center here for Strathroy. Nelson got it to the middle there, and then the hit took him away from the play, as now the Maroons trying to get it out past the blue line. There to try and pick it up, just inside the line, trying to keep it in here. Nice play. Cucci dies, holds on to it here. Now he has to take it back out to center ice. Coming back the other way are the Maroons. A couple of nice moves to get away from danger there as Kintry finally able to put the hit on Cunningham and send it back into the Chatham zone. Long lead pass onto the stick here. It's Warren Clark wide on the right side. Tries to cut out front for the pass there, and the net will come off on the play here as Wells kind of pushed into the net there from Hull and sent it off its moorings right behind Tyler Buck.
I've yet to see a point as to where the faceoff's going to be. It appears it's going to be down low, so they are ruling that Blake Hull took him into the net, which is probably an accurate description of what happened.
Tied up off the draw, off to the left of Buck. It's picked up by Marshall. Marshall now at the blue line, gets to center, gains center, and he'll dump it in to Koenig. He's going to play this one as he puts it into the corner. Just out of the reach of Wells, but back behind the net once again for Spence. Quick pass coming through the middle of the ice. Poked away at the blue line. Now almost turned over Glant with a shot on, but he didn't get a whole lot on it as it's kicked away once again there by DeConing. Glant down low. His pass knocked away. Spence with some time. Quick backtrack and a pass off to the left side. Chipped off the boards and up to Wells. Wells looking for a shot on. Kick save by Buck. Back into the corner here. Another chance is Gervais tries to hold on to that one. It'll be Blake Hull taking it away in the corner as Hull will skate up to center, get to center, and he'll dump it in. And now a penalty on the way here for Hull as he is going to take a slash on Spence.
I think we might have 2.
Yeah, are they taking them both?
Yeah, definitely Hull with the first one, but Spence, the retaliation.
They were jawing back and forth at each other up and down the ice, and now they're both going to go sit.
You could hear Hull's stick hit Spence's shin guard from, what are we, 150 feet away?
At least.
Yeah, you could hear the contact, and then Spence kind of got a stick up on Hull, and probably best they both go serve 2 minutes and think about what they did wrong.
So still 5-on-5 here, 7:14 to go in the second. Face off, one off to the side there. Picked up, Whaley with it off the boards and able to get it out. And now the Maroons will come back the other way. 2-on-1 chance. Pass over, left side, shot on. That one just going to miss the blocker side of Buck. Bounces off the glass, and now Hewitt will pick it up, come to center. Across the blue line, looks to the middle, shot on. DeConing the save, and then he's going to sprawl out there as the puck's still loose back behind the net. Now to the net, shot on, another save to Koenig, puck's loose out front, shot to the net, stopped again, another chance for the Rockets here, and it's kept out by DeConing. There's now a point shot on, off into the corner. Oh, the chances here is now DeConing will cover up at the side of the net here, and that'll get an applause from the fans here in Chatham.
Well, that first part of the sequence, the only person on the ice who thought the puck was frozen was DeConing. The puck was in the corner, and it led to just a mad scramble, and he didn't spend any of it on his feet. So made a couple of nice saves while he was down, and he can breathe easy now with face off to his left.
Won by the Maroons on the face-off down low. Simon's trying to get that puck back here for Chatham. Nice stick lift at the line. He'll hold on to the puck, carry it up through the middle of the ice, and now he'll work his way into the offensive zone. Fancy right side. Fancy shot off the side of the goal. Now Fancy another chance here. Trying to shovel that one out front for the captain, and Welch had it knocked away. Now Perry coming, dodges a hit there from Simons, who came flying in from just inside the blue line. Puck up in the air, knocked ahead here. Welch will chase it down in the corner, has Laszlo right on him. Slips as he goes into the wall there. Perry trying to take that one away from Fancy. Now Fancy down low. Spins, loses an edge again here, and this one's going to be picked up and chipped past Whaley by Elliston to at least get it out to center. Now Elliston carries it across the blue line. Elliston looking, toe drag, couldn't get the shot off. Gets it back, holds onto it. Balaz, left side, drop pass. Perry to the point. Laszlo, Kindry, shot. That one hits the shin pads. Gets it back again, and he couldn't get the rebound on goal. Now tries to shovel it out front. Balaz with a backhand shot on. That one stopped by DeKoning, and the clearing attempt will go out of play.
Fancy needs to get his blade re-edged or something. He fell 3 times on that shift in 3 different parts of the rink.
One of them right down in the corner in front of us.
Yes.
.5:26 to go here in the second period. It's the Maroons out in front 3-0 on a pair of power play goals so far in the hockey game. Dumped back in by center. The Rockets will have to clear before they can enter the zone. It's Briar Dittmer back behind the net to pick it up here for Chatham. Getting across to center there, trying to dump it in. Glinsky couldn't hold on to it, and then finally coming in there to dump it back behind the Strathroy net. Now Marshall carrying it left side. Hewitt trying to poke that one away. Kept in. Sculthorpe now looking for a pass back out front. It's up into the equipment there of Barnes and turned over again. Cunningham looking to the middle of the ice. Knocked away to the left side. Glinsky shot to the net. That one wide of the blocker side of Buck. Played against the wall. Kane Johnson just flips it out to center ice there. Gets it to the logo, but back to get it here is Clark up to center. Battle out front of the benches here. Marshall throws it off the wall, gets it out. Nice play by Barnes. Barnes works it in. Barnes loses it there. It was a good defensive play, sliding back there to knock it away. Held onto in the corner. Looking back out front. Fanning on a shot. Couldn't get that one off was Kane Johnson. And now the Maroons come back up ice. Looking off to the left side. Clark now shovels one on goal with the backhand. And Buck will stop that one easily. Cover up to make the save.
Cunningham cruising through there. Nice job by Buck to just cover that up. A little conversation here between Clark and Hogarth. That lasted long enough that both linesmen decided they should probably become part of the conversation.
It's a defensive zone draw here for Strathroy. 4:08 to go here in period number 2. Face off one back. Kindry now throws it off the glass and gets it up to the line and out. Trying to pick that one up was Cucci. Had it taken away. Just inside the line there. Spence gets it away from Faulkner. Kindry back over left side. Kick back to the stick there. Picking it up back behind the net. Graham. Laszlo right on him. Behind the net here. Maroons trying to get the puck away. Comes over to Nelson in the corner. Nelson just throwing it up and down the ice. And there'll be a foot race for it. Cucci trying to win that one here. He's got Faulkner with him as he bounces off Graham and now pass through the middle just off the stick there. Trying to find David Brown. And now Brown almost picked that one off again. It's Nelson with it. Getting it up to center. Faulkner on a backhand. Gets it inside the zone, but not very far as it at the line is stopped up again. Maroons battling. Trying to get that puck forward here. Just inside the blue line. Out of the reach of Nelson. Physicality picking up here as we approach the end of this second period. 3 minutes to go. Onto the stick there. Held onto down low. Nelson with a pickpocket on Graham. He's just going to flip it up into the air. Chase it down at the blue line here as Spezial will dump it into the opposite corner. Spence now. A little bit of a hit up high on Spezial in the corner, but he's able to get the puck back. Brown now pass, going to go off a body and on goal for Buck, and Buck is going to stop this one with his stick on the ice and cover up. So we'll get a face-off here inside the Strathroy zone with 2:40 to go.
Some of the The physical play being initiated by the Rockets is a function of their frustration, as they are down 3 goals late here in the second period, and they really haven't shown much to indicate that 3 won't be enough.
They had just 8 shots on goal in the first period. I'd be shocked if they had that much here in period number 2. As the Maroons have just controlled the play. Now right off the face-off there, trying to get a quick shot on. They'll be rimmed around the boards, up to the point here. Clark looking through traffic, hits Gervais up high as he had to duck to try to get out of danger, but it ended up hitting him. Getting away from danger in the corner, Spezial. Now Hall. Couple moves right out front of the goal. Over to Marshall. Marshall, quick pass, Spezial. He'll break into the offensive zone, looking for a shot to the net. DeConing a save, rebound there, and he's spread out just on the top of the paint there to make the save.
Rebound didn't get very far. He did kick one out, but it was close enough that he was able to lay down and reach it, taking away what could have been a tap-in goal. Because with him laying face down, the 4x6 was wide open.
.2:15 left here in the second. Face off far under the ice in the Chatham zone. Off to DeConing's right. One back by the Maroons. They'll get control. Zabo just going to fire that one up and out of play. And over top of the netting. Lining up in the same spot here. They'll do it again. One on goal, and DeConing will cover that one up, and now we'll do it once again.
And another crack at the Fratellis here. Chelsea Dagger playing here at the Chatham Memorial Arena. Used to hearing that after a goal in various rinks.
Now up to center ice. Smith's going to dump it right back where it came from. Bouncing puck on goal for DeConing. He's had a couple of those tonight already, those long-distance bouncers on goal. Handled them well here, is now breaking it up through center as the captain. Welch now cutting to the net. Backhand out front there, and a good chance as Simons hard into the net, knocking the helmet off of Buck. And Buck is all right here as he gets up there. I'm not sure if it was Simons directly who knocked the helmet off.
I think that was a little bit more bad luck on the part of Simons than bad management. He did go to the net, but I think the contact ended up being created when Barnes pushed him into the goaltender. Either way, if you're Tyler Buck, you don't really care. It hurts either way.
Didn't draw a crowd or anything, so you know the Rockets weren't upset with how it happened. Right off the draw. Nice move, backhander on, and Buck has to make a save. Nice move by Simons, walking his way out.
It hit him in the face. Backhand by Simons in tight, hit Buck right in the cage.
No more than 30 seconds
thinking
after
to
you
myself,
lose your mask.
This is why we wear them.
Welch, Hogarth to face off to the left of Buck. One back. Smith will rim it around the boards. Kane Johnson there to try and get it out, and he will as he gets it past Sabo, but it's all the way down the ice, rolling on its edge, and that will aid it as it's out of the reach of Hogarth and gone for an icing here with 91 seconds to go in the period.
If that one's sliding flat, that turns into a breakaway, I think. But when it gets on its edge and starts rolling, it's gone.
1:31 on the clock here. Buck looks off to his right. That's where the face-off will be. Hogarth and Welch again. And now Hogarth going to be thrown out of the draw here. It was Johnson who was just trying to sneak in there on the left side. One back to the point. Now handing it off. Left side. Fancy looking for a shot into the shin pads. Gets another chance. Fires it off a stick and over top of the net. Simons back down low, looking, return pass out front, knocked away again. Johnson will pick it up at his own blue line, hand it back to Hewitt, who steps inside the offensive zone. Johnson trying to help out Hogarth here. They're inside the Chatham zone here, just approaching the final minute of this second period. Back behind the net now. In there to try and help him out is Whaley from the Maroons, looking to get this puck loose. Johnson looking, puck comes out front, couldn't get the shot off there. It's up to the point for Laszlo. Laszlo back down low. Comes around the boards, bouncing puck up to the line, capped in. Fancy coming to get the pass out there and had it knocked away as it's dumped back in off to the side there, stopped up by the stick of DeConing. 30 seconds to go in the period. The Maroons trying to make a move up ice. The pass off the stick there of Cunningham into the corner for Laszlo. Hit thrown by Sculthorpe. Hogarth up to the blue line and able to get it out here as Glinski will just dump it back in. Hogarth off the glass, plays it up to the line and out. Bouncing puck at center. They'll dump it in, but the Maroons are offside on the play. It was Sculthorpe touching the puck on his way back out of the zone. Eight seconds to go.
8 seconds left here. This one should end 3-0 Chatham.
Face-off one back. The Maroons will take it back inside their own zone. A couple of quick passes. Long shot on from Spence from his own blue line. Kicked aside by Buck, and the horn will go as period number 2 comes to an end. The Maroons add another one here in the second, and they have themselves a 3-0 lead heading to the second intermission.
Yeah, 2 power play goals for the Maroons. The penalty kill, which served the Rockets so well last night, did such a great job today, has not done as great a job, giving up the 2 power play goals. And the puck possession, I mean, we don't see those stats, but it doesn't take more than the eye test to see that the Maroons have possessed the puck a lot more than the Rockets have, and they are full value for the 3-0 lead after 2 periods.
The lone goal, the scoring summary in the second period of play. Cameron Simons getting the goal. Lucas Fancy, Dylan Glinski picking up the assist, as mentioned, on the power play for Chatham. Chatham has found themselves 2 for 2 with the man advantage here in this hockey game so far. Strathroy 0 for 3 on 3 tries so far in the hockey game. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break. It's the Maroons leading the Rockets 3-0 here. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro breakaway scores. To the net here, still has it over to the side. Center scores.
Well, we welcome you back inside of the Chatham Memorial Arena here in Chatham. 3-0, the hometown Maroons lead after 40 minutes of play. Another goal added in that second period on the power play, and the Rockets have a big uphill climb coming if they want to try to get any points out of this hockey game here in the third period. Eldon, the power play for Chatham is 2 for 2 tonight, and the Rockets have not looked good on their man advantages. The special teams for Chatham operates in a little bit of a different way than a lot of the other teams in the conference do.
They are, and Cameron Simons is the leading scorer for the Maroons this season with his 19th of the season on that power play. The aggressive penalty kills really cause problems for the Rockets. They have all season long. Leamington, as I said before, is another club that is super aggressive on the penalty kill, and they've just been unable to handle it. And last night, at the end of the game, we talked about probably the major reason that they won that game last night was their special teams. Despite giving up a shorthanded goal, they scored 2 power play goals and killed every penalty they had. Today, it's the exact opposite. They've been unable to score on the power play, and so far, unable to kill one.
0 for 3 on the power play so far for Strathroy tonight. And that's nothing new against the Maroons. I mentioned earlier they were 0 for 8 a couple of weeks ago in Strathroy against this same Maroons team on the power play. 1 for 4 the game before that, so just 1 goal in their last, 17 tries on the power play against the Maroons. Hasn't shown any signs of changing here, but we'll see what happens as period number 3 gets set to get underway. The shots on goal in period number 2 actually had Strathroy leading 11-9, although a little bit of a chuckle from us here on the concourse level is didn't look that way for the 20 minutes that we watched.
Unless they got half of them on that scrum, that 15-20 seconds there when de Koning was swimming, they just may have gotten 4 or 5 shots on goal there. But apart from that, no, I never would have guessed that they outshot Chatham in that period. The puck possession was clearly in favor of the home team.
So the Rockets here, a big 20 minutes to see if they can make any inroads on a comeback here against the Maroons. It is a busy week for Strathroy. Of course, it being Sunday, they're off Monday, Tuesday, but then they hit the road to LaSalle on Wednesday night to the Vollmer Center, their final trip of the season to LaSalle. A day off on Thursday, then on the road in St. Thomas Friday night. Back at home Saturday against the Legionnaires. And it's going to be an exciting sprint to the finish here as we're underway. Dumped in right away at center here. Buck's out of his net to play it here for Strathroy. Trying to get that one out past the blue line. Chip pass, Kane Johnson lost it in the skates of the linesman there. Rockets have to retreat back to their own zone here on the fresh ice as Kindry tries to settle down the puck all the way back out once again to center. Poked off the stick there, and now Spence will pick it up inside of the Chatham zone. Long pass down inside of the Strathroy zone around the boards. Graham tried to pick that one up, had it knocked off his stick. Puck still loose in the corner now as the Maroons battle to try and get it out front. Kindry had that one knocked off his stick right out front of the goal of Buck. Here's the Rockets bring it out through center. Quick pass, trying to get it onto the stick there. Hogarth knocked away from him. They're trying to get the puck back, couldn't hold on to it, and now quickly Cameron Graham hands that one off. Barnuzzi dumps it in, and the Maroons look for a line change here as Cameron Graham goes into the corner to get it. Back behind the net, off the boards, up to Whaley. Whaley shot into traffic, blocked there. Chance, another one thrown on goal. That one stopped by Buck again. Puck comes out, and it's going to be poked past the defender there. Nice play to get it by Balaz, and he takes a late hit up against the wall there. Look to the official there. Whaley picks it up now at his own blue line. To center, hands it off right side, just out of the reach there. Now dump down the ice. No icing here. de Koning is going to play it, rims it around the boards. Zabo couldn't hold on to it. Picked up, it's Welch behind the net here for Chatham. Welch now stops up, has some space. Going to carry it himself, getting to center. Belaz tried to knock it off his stick. Now Welch trying to cut to the net here. Good chance. Fired on goal there. That one stopped by Buck, and it'll be cleared back out to center ice. Whaley has a man right on him. Nice play by Ellison. Whaley holding on to him there, and yeah, that's going to be a call here as it's touched up on the far side, and he's still holding on to him here. Wouldn't give him up as Whaley is going to go to the box here and Strathroy to the power play.
I don't think he realized it was going to be him. He was unhappy. The Rocket forward came in, and I think there was a bit of a shoulder to the jaw, chin area of Whaley as he came in at the last second. But Whaley's back was to the official, so it just looked like a clean hit. And Whaley didn't like it and manhandled him behind the net and earned 2 minutes for his troubles.
So Strathroy, early power play here. No luck so far on 3 tries tonight. Smith now looking to the net, redirected. That one stopped again. Right back up to Smith at the blue line. He's going to hand it off. Johnson, stick handles, back to Smith. Welch right on him there. Spins, fires, and it's going to be poked away by Fancy. Now Fancy in a foot race to get it, has it off on the left side. Stops up, looks, shot on. Buck has to make the pad save. Bounces right back out to the middle of the ice and carried forward by Cucci. Into the offensive zone on the left side. Knocked off his stick. Johnson up to the point for Smith. Smith looking for a shot. It's going to hit off his stick. Bounce towards the net there. Kicked away. There to pick it up is Spence at his own blue line. We'll just poke it forward and get the puck into the Strathroy zone. 45, now 50 seconds off the clock here to start this Strathroy power play. Passes it off left side. It'll be poked forward. Perry will have to chase back behind the net. The only Rocket below the goal line now. Now he has some help as Hogarth and Ellison were there. Off onto the right side, and now a quick pass out just off the skate of Glinski inside of the Strathroy zone for Kindry. Chips that one past, and Perry will pick it up at center. Carson Perry through the middle of the ice. Dodges a hit there. Gets it back. Ellison couldn't get a shot off as he has to spin. Gets some space out front. Nelson. Perry trying to poke away at it. DeConing keeps it out. Rimmed around the boards up to the point, but kept in. Elliston. Kindry looking, shot. That one blocked. Didn't make it to DeConing. It was right there. Is Glinski now in the corner. Zabo off the boards, and it's going to go into the Chatham bench out of play. 22 seconds left here on the man advantage.
Briar Dittmer heading to the bench, shaking his right leg. That hit him in the calf, that shot from the point. It did get blocked, but it certainly was not intentional. And Dittmer's shaking it off as he goes to the bench. 22 seconds to go here in the power play for the Rockets.
Fancy tried to bring that out for the Maroons. It's back to Zabo, who will send it the length of the ice. And now back behind the Strathroy net with just a dozen seconds to go. That'll likely do it for all, if not most, of this Strathroy power play. Back to Kindry, and that will do it. Is now back onto the ice here is Whaley, and back to even strength are the Maroons. Chipped in by Nelson. Picked up behind the net, it's Glinski with it. Glinski holds. Thought about passing it. He's going to take it himself as he has some space coming forward. Now Glinski cuts to the net. That one stopped, poking away at it. Buck able to get the pad there and make the save. Now back behind the net here. Maroons trying to chase him out. Pass through the middle. Onto the stick there. Up to the blue line. Not out. Cunningham now. Cunningham looking down low. Piercy gets his stick in the lane. Hands it up to Nelson. Nelson at the blue line. Stops up, pass onto the ice, right off the bench there, Spezial, and he'll knock it into the offensive zone on the backhand. Pass out of the reach there, and it's going to go for an icing here against Chatham. 15 to go here in period number 3.
Well, face-off's going to be down here to the left of Nolan DeConing. Another power play gone by the wayside for the Rockets. And time running off the clock for a comeback.
Right off the draw, shot on, and it's going to be covered up by DeConing. Hit a couple of sticks on the way to the net. That last Strathroy power play, Eldon, had some chances there. I just feel like they're not putting the puck towards the net enough.
No, they're not. Absolutely. I mean, they're going to get blocked from time to time, and that happens, but you create your opportunities by getting pucks at the net. And the more often you can do that, the more lucky bounces you're going to get, the more tips you'll get.
One of their power play goals last night, a tip from Belaz. Just throwing the puck to the net and see what happens. in the corner now. Spezial trying to battle and get that one away. It's up to the point now. Hall off onto the left side, and Gallant had that one tipped off his stick. Wide, now looking back out front again. Puck's loose. It'll be picked up, and now a nice pass feeds that one. Working his way forward, coming in with speed. Shot on. That one over top of the glove side by Wells. Back down low. Now it scoots back out to center. Held on to the pass over to Clark from Dittmer. Clark trying to get it back. It'll be knocked back into the Chatham zone. Dittmer now. Wells, big hit, and he sets down his man as Spezial came in for the hit. And a little bit of a pushback there. Cleared off the board. Spezial there to get it at the Strathroy blue line. Now to center. Cuts to the middle. Move gets the puck loose into the corner, but Warren Clark right there to rim it around the boards and get it out all the way back to the Strathroy zone. Barnes now. Return D pass. Long one chipped up to center, and now Gallant will get a change here as he heads to the bench. Turned over. Back inside the Chatham zone. Hogarth trying to battle to get away. Kane Johnson just out of the reach of him. Clark spinning with two rockets on him. He's able to get it over to Spence on the right side. Spence looking for a quick pass onto the stick. Graham through center ice will dump it into the left side corner. Now he'll chase, but the Maroons are offside on the play. The whole forward unit spins, circles back to the blue line, and then enters the zone again. Dumped forward off the stick of Hewitt. No icing. DeConing's out of his net to play it here. Around the boards. Off of the skates of Brown. Brown with it again here. Throws it off the boards. Hewitt there to stop it for Strathroy. Tries to poke it back. It clears the zone, and now Parnuzzi will pick it up. Right side pass. Tries to get that one over to Graham. Graham looking back behind the net. There to chase it down Parnuzzi. He's thrown into the wall. Brown, toe drag move, stopped up there. The Rockets will try to clear and now finally get it back out to the Chatham blue line. Losing an edge there was Cucci coming in on the forecheck, but the Maroons get it back to the Strathroy zone. Thrown off the boards, Parnuzzi picks it up. Parnuzzi spins left side, looks for a pass. He'll come up to the point. Spence to the net, redirected. Oh, and just wide of the pad of Buck, who had to slide over to his right. Working around the perimeter here are the Maroons. 5-on-5, shot to the net through traffic and blockered away by Buck again. To the corner now, left side. It'll be thrown off the boards. Bouncing puck kept in at the line. Nice play there to maintain control of the puck here for Chatham. And now there to get it back. It's going to be a flip forward, and now it's going to be a foot race for it. Cucci now coming in, sliding pass over, backhand on. Oh, what a save by DeConing, getting across with the glove on Faulkner. His first action in a little bit there, and he slid across with the glove to make the save as it's sent down on him now. And he's going to play the puck up the boards. Sculthorpe over skate a little bit, and he's going to dump it in on a backhand. Now Kindry to get it for Strathroy. Trying to throw it off the wall there. Picks it up again. Long pass. Dumped in off the stick of Nelson, and some time here for Whaley inside of the Chatham zone. Quick pass, Glinski now. Glinski will bring it forward. Glinski wide, right side, tries to cut to the net here, and he lost an edge there and went hard into Buck in the side of the net there. 11:40 to go here in the third.
Tyler Buck goes for a bit of a skate. I don't know if maybe part of Glinski sliding into the net maybe clipped him. He's kind of shaking his left leg a little bit. That seems to be all right. It's a little stick tap on the pads from Blake Hull and face off to the left of Buck here. 11:40 to go.
Just took a little bit of a beating so far tonight. A couple of shots off the mask, losing the mask, and a couple of players into him hard, but shook it off. It's a 3-0 Chatham lead here. 11:29 to go in the third. From the Strathroy zone now. Picked up to the point. Zabo tees one up. Shut on, stopped by Buck. Off to the side now. There to try and pick it up. Elliston chips it forward. Perry now to try and chase it down. Over to Balaz. Balaz will circle back from center. Hand it off. Marshall. Elliston chips it forward to himself. Nice toe drag move as Elliston holds onto it into the corner. Up to the point for Marshall. Marshall through traffic, tipped on. Oh, and it sits underneath DeConing, and he falls back on top of it to cover up.
Ballas with the tip in front. Redirect almost went through the pads of DeConing, but as you like to say, sitting on his wallet, made the save. That's probably the best chance they've had in quite some time. DeConing was up to the task.
Made a pretty good view here from down right above the Chatham end zone here, and DeKoning made the save and then kind of sat right underneath him there as he fell back on top of it to cover up. Maroons back the other way now, inside of the Strathroy zone, carrying that one into the corner. Trying to hold on to get that one as well. Lost it. Rockets will bring it up through center. Dodging a hit there is coming across the ice. It'll be dumped in as Dittmer picks it up back behind the Chatham net. Over to Clark. Clark's going to just take his time, grab a breath back behind DeKoning, come out from behind the net on the right side. Started leisurely, gained some speed, got to center and dumps it in. The Rockets get the puck back. Spezial holding on to it now as he'll go back behind the net of Buck. Spin to get away from danger here. Now on his forehand, throws it off the glass and out. Bouncing puck up to the line, and now finally picked up by Piercy. Piercy throws that one into the offensive zone. Clark's back there to get it here for Chatham. Off the glass and out once again here. Kicked up, and now they're trying to poke it away. Rockets battling to try and get it out. Maroons doing a good job at keeping it inside the line. Wells down now low. Pinching from the point, trying to come in and get there is Clark. Puck bounces back out front. The Rockets will chip it up through center, and then a little bit of a hit right at the line there. Glant almost knee on knee there with the defender. Dittmer now, right side into the corner. Loses the puck, takes a hit, pinned up against the wall, now down low. Buck looks off to his left here as the Rockets trying to get it out. Kindry now, up to Hewitt. Couldn't clear the zone, and now Hewitt finally does get it back out. Nice play. Kane Johnson just shovels it towards the net there, and it'll get on goal. DeKoning will cover up there and get the whistle.
9:17 to go in the third period. DeKoning has made some really nice saves, but not very many. Rockets, as we discussed, not getting a whole ton of shots on net. Although they spent a little bit more time in the Chatham zone this period than they had in the first two.
Linesman didn't like how that one was shaping up. Glinski's going to be replaced here with Cunningham. Right off the draw, Johnson trying to clear. Nice play to get the puck back here for Strathroy. Look to the middle of the ice there. Hogarth couldn't hold on to it. Sculthorpe will throw that one past the defender, and Laszlo and clear the line. Now holding it on. Glinski looking to cut to the net there. Lost the puck. Comes out to the left side, flipping it up into the air. It'll be a bouncing puck. Spence trying to knock that one down. Pokes it away from Hewitt. At the Chatham blue line now is the bouncing puck. Held onto here. Laszlo, Hewitt. Two Maroons right on him there. It's going to be Glinski winning the battle. Glinski will bring it in here. Into the left side corner. Finally knocked away. Puck up to Kane Johnson. Johnson couldn't hold. At the line. Takes a hit right out front of the Strathroy bench. Glinski gets it down low. 8:28 to go here as the Maroons in possession inside of the Strathroy zone. Cunningham, pass, right side for Spence. Arm up here, penalty on the way. Shot on, stopped by Buck. And Chatham right back to the power play here with 8:18 to go in the third.
You could hear him. That didn't feel good. I think that's Sculthorpe. It is, number 22. Kind of had his left hand, dropping some four-letter words as he gets to the bench. He's clearly in some pain.
Marshall to the box for Strathroy on the penalty, and Chatham's 2-for-2 power play will get another chance to work tonight. Back behind the net, off the boards and up to the line. Spence keeps it in. Now right side, dropping in, looking for a shot on. That one was blocked, cleared, but only up to the line. Spence now, straightaway center. Hands it off. Clark looking, shot that one off the glass over top of the net. Bounces around, still kept in at the line. Spence, toe drag, it's going to be knocked away, and now it's going to be a foot race for it. Coming back the other way, Piercy, nice move. Piercy cutting in, short-handed, fires one off the side of the goal. Just didn't have enough gas left in the tank there on the break. Warren Clark cutting across through center. He'll bring it in the offensive zone on the right side. Down low for Graham. Now gets it back up. Clark. Long pass, left side. Spence, center. Spence shot on, stopped by Buck, and they'll push it and shoving right out front of the net will draw a little bit of a crowd.
It's a good break by Nigel Piercy. I think he stick handled himself right out of his best scoring position. He had it on the forehand as he hit mid-circle and decided to stick handle one more time, and all it did was put him about another 6 feet closer to the net, and all he could do with the shot was hit the side of it. De Koning lucky there, he didn't even have to make a save.
Down low here as the Maroons work it up to the point and past Whaley. As Colin Whaley will bring that one back to the Chatham blue line. Glinski forward, knocked off his stick. Simons back down low for Welch. Welch around the boards up to the blue line. Nice pass. Glinski looking down low, shot on, and that one looked like it went off a buck and over top of the netting, out of play. Even 7 minutes to go on the clock here in period number 3. 42 seconds left on the man advantage.
Chance here for the Maroons to really ice this. A kill for the Rockets. I don't know, 6:18 to go. I don't like the chances to getting 3. However, they have even less chance of getting 4 if they can't kill this.
They certainly haven't shown any signs that they would battle back from a 3-goal deficit this late so far in the game. Maybe the late kill will add some energy. It's Whaley at the point, center. Glinski back to Whaley. Thought about shooting, hands it off right side, now coming back out. Big rebound off the stick there, stopped by Buck. And he'll cover up again.
Be good for them if they can at least get 1 behind De Koning in the final 6+ minutes of the third period.
De Koning just 1 shutout so far this season. That was with the Maroons since the trade. Around the boards, kept in at the line here. Fancy cutting in, hands it off, right side, pass off a stick, and then out. And that'll just about do it for the power play here as Whaley will circle back out front of his own net. Circling back again here to get some space. Marshall out of the box, back to even strength, and the penalty kill a success for Strathroy. Maroons setting up inside the zone, shot on, that one stopped. Big rebound here as Whaley's down low in the corner. Over to Wells on the left side. Picked up here again, up to the point. Zabo looks, Zabo through traffic, that one blockered away. Buck battling to try to get back into the net there, and I believe the net goes off behind him at the far end of the ice.
Not sure why Buck's giving the palms up to the referee. It was Buck who went by himself into the post, knocked it off. I kind of jinxed us before. I said we hadn't seen it in a couple of games, and it's happened several times here in this game where the net has come off, and it's at both ends that it's happened.
Face-off is off to Buck's right here. 5:55 to go in the third. And it's won by the Rockets forward there. They'll get it out and bring it to center. Not before Clark will try to dump it back in. Puck goes sky high and stays in play here. Dumped forward. Nelson to chase, and De Koning out of his net. Plays it off to the right side. Just past Clark there. Nelson again with it, trying to bring it out from the corner. Nelson just out of the reach there. Clark passed out. Now Dittmer through the middle of the ice. Dittmer, big hit there as Hall steps up on him. Quick pass over. Nelson just stepping across the blue line here, and he'll dump it in.
Briar Dittmer's having a bit of a rough third period.
A couple of big hits so far against him. Just over that 5 minutes to go here in period number 3. Dittmer now in the corner. Trying to clear that one out. It's up to the line and out as they are able to clear. Pass now Brown. Brown forward here. Couple of nice moves. Works it down low. Brown with the backhand on. It's stopped by Buck. Couple of nice moves by the forward to work his way to the net there, and he got a good shot off.
Well, Buck has played his part for sure. He has been very solid in goal this afternoon for the Rockets. But it's hard to score. It's hard to win when you can't score.
De Koning has kept the Rockets at bay so far in this hockey game. Kindry now, quick pass, they'll work it out of the Strathroy zone. Perry, a stick lift. Elliston trying to battle to get the puck loose. Elliston looking, shot on. De Koning with the glove save as he flashes the leather there on one of the best chances of the third for the Rockets.
Didn't catch it, but he knocked it down and covered it up.
Face off to his right now. Fancy tripped up a little bit on the play. No call here from the officials at the 4:30 mark of this third period. At center ice, and now Perry just at the line trying to dump it in. Simons over to Zabo on the left side. Kindry now gets it back down with his glove to the ice level here. Simons able to get it over to Whaley on the right side. Whaley's just going to flip it up and inside of the Strathroy zone. Welch back behind the net here. Had it taken away from him. Picked up by Kindry. Kindry will circle back in the Strathroy zone. Around the boards up to Balaz. Balaz to center. Dodging a hit there and still holding on to it. Looking. Balaz, return pass. Shot on. That one stopped by DeKoning. And it'll go off his shoulder, I believe, and up over the glass out of play.
Yeah. Another good opportunity. It's funny how sometimes Balaz, he doesn't necessarily have the most noticeable game. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's got the puck skills to turn nothing into a good scoring chance. DeKoning just tall enough in that case to make the save off his shoulder.
3:47 left here in period number 3. Chipped off the stick there. Glinsky in to help out behind the net. Gets it over to Spence, and now Spence on his forehand. Return pass right back to Glinsky. Glinsky stepping inside of the Strathroy zone. In the corner there. Nice big hit by him in the corner to set down his man, Smith. Cunningham now up to the point. Spence unable to hold the line there. It's chipped out by Kane Johnson. Back through the middle of the ice there. Johnson trying to poke it back away here as the pushing and shoving continues on here in the final minutes of this hockey game. Johnson poking away from Cunningham at the blue line, trying to keep it in possession of Strathroy. It's the Maroons with it now. Cunningham down low for Spence. Spence looking back behind the net, tries to bring it back out front. Buck knocked it away with the stick. Spence again. Cunningham hands it off down low. Spence behind the net, looking out to the slot, knocked away. Cunningham a chance there, blocked away by Buck. Nice save, point blank for him. Johnson up to his feet there after getting taken down in the corner, up to the point. Spence now. Another chance. Bassick holds on to it. Spence. Return chance, looking, shot through traffic, glove down by Tyler Buck, and we'll get a whistle. 2:24 to go here in the third.
Yeah, the Blenheim native, Bassick putting the puck on goal there. Shot on net for the defenseman, who now has a chat with a couple of Rockets as they all leave the ice. Wholesale changes for both.
Comeback chances dwindled down to just about nothing here for Strathroy with 2:24 to go in the third. Down by 3. Try to get out of here on this Sunday afternoon without any suspensions or injuries. At the line here, Maroons trying to keep it inside the Strathroy zone. Nice play by Spezial, gets it out to center. Clark over to Dittmer. Dittmer looking back to the middle of the ice and able to get a stick on it was Miller, tipping it inside of the Strathroy zone. Off the glass, Rockets there to try and pick it up to the blue line and out to center. Dittmer now. Gervais will pick it up. Gervais looking, shot on. That one gloved by Buck. Holds on to it there, 1:46 to go.
As the clock winds down here, bit of a disappointing performance this afternoon for the Rockets, especially with the high bar they set last night with the home win over the Vipers. But it's going to be a compact schedule going forward here. There's going to be some ups and downs. And as we said before, all they have to do is manage that 8-point gap over the Legionnaires, and it will clinch them the 8th seed in the Western Conference playoffs.
And with the Sarnia loss to Leamington today, as we mentioned earlier on when that final score came in the out-of-town scoreboard, they're not going to lose any ground today.
No. Just one more game off the schedule.
Back in the Strathroy zone behind the net here, and it'll be Johnson trying to shovel it off the boards and out. Now the puck comes out to Kindry in the slot. Out to center. Nelson looking for a long shot. It'll go off the shins of Clark, who's not leaning too heavy on that right foot.
He's feeling that.
Clark now off the glass here as he takes a hit against the wall, and I'm sure he's just looking to try and find a way to the bench. Down low now. Stick knocked out of the hands of Faulkner inside the zone. If there wasn't a minute 8 to go in the period, he might be getting a power play. DeKoning stops that one. Johnson looking to shovel it back out front. Parnuzzi will throw it off the glass and out as we're down to the final minute of this hockey game. Brown tried to pick it up. Graham to the net. Big rebound. Comes out front. Fannin on the shot there. It'll be shoveled off into the corner. Brown right on his man. Picked up back behind the Strathroy net. Reverse pass finds its way to Owen Kindry. Quick pass by Kindry to center. Johnson trying to poke that one away. Nelson with Whaley. Whaley trying to bring it up through the middle of the ice here. And now Spezial with it. 25 seconds to go. It's Barnes through the middle of the ice. Barnes across the blue line. Stops and will rim it around the boards. Now Hogarth has it get past him. Simons pass over off the skates of Barnes and back inside the Strathroy zone. Just out front of the goal. Knocked away to the opposite side. Point shot on. Blockered away by Buck. Spezial will get it and he'll just try to clear it back out to center. And that'll do it for this hockey game as the final horn will go. And the Maroons skate to a 3-0 win here over Strathroy on this Sunday afternoon. Nolan DeKoning will pick up his second shutout of the season for the Maroons. And the Rockets see their 2-game win streak, if you want to call it, end.
Yes, they did. Definitely the second best team on the ice this afternoon. Bit of a slow start, an early penalty, power play goal against, and it seemed right from the first goal of the game. They just couldn't seem to recover. Good performance today by Tyler Buck, though. He definitely played well, especially in the back half of the game, trying to keep them in it at 3-0. No offense materialized, though, for the Rockets this afternoon.
36 shots for the Maroons in the game means Tyler Buck will leave with 33 saves. From Nolan DeKoning, it's a 29-save shutout here, as mentioned, his second of the season. And the Maroons, with a big 3-0 win here, will see themselves, I believe, in the standings climb up into second place, although a couple games ahead of the Leamington Flyers in that regard, as the Maroons win this one. 3-0 final here from Chatham. From Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith, we'll see you back on the air on Friday night from St. Thomas. The Rockets back in action on Wednesday in LaSalle. There will be no radio coverage of that game. If you want to follow along, you can follow along on the Rockets' social media or watch on hockeytv.com.